Indians on horses come running out of that canyon, and they had the wagon train circled down the bottom, and they told us to come out, and we come charging out. And we and my friend was about one of the first ones through, and I remember we looked back and it's hollering, it's telling the Indians to lay down, and we looked up the side of the hills, and there's Indians running up that hill, horses getting bucked off. they got charging back. Some of the horses had come back to town where they were at. It took them about an hour to gather up all the Indians and the horses and things. And then there was one other time we was up in there. They wanted to charge, and we were just sitting up in there. If you ever work for the movies, it's not a very hard job. You do more sitting around because they do scenes over and over and over to get them the way they want them to get them, you know. And we sitting up in there on their horse. Some of them was on their horses and some of them wasn't. Some of them was just sitting there and they're circling the wagons, and one of their extras, one of their main men got mad at him, so he dressed up as an Indian and come up in there, and when they had the wagons about half circled, he shot his gun up in the air a couple of times and hollered charge, and it scared half the Indians. And so we just took off, and they're hollering at us, telling us to go back, and said, keep going, go. Give us ahead. And they filmed it, and I guess they liked it because they said they was going to keep it. So, anyway, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I could tell you stories after stories on different ones, movies, sets that we've been in, and we done like the last real movie set, Western movie was filmed here was the Apple Dumpling Game Rides Again. And I was a cavalryman in that. And that was when they burnt the fort down, and there weren't very many Western movies filmed after that in the area.
Did you have any special interaction with any stars or any?
Oh, you can meet with them. You can meet with them, talk to them. I remember Sammy Davis Jr. come in. I was also, and when I moved back to Kanab, Apple Dumpling Game was when I was a little bit older, when I was about 20, I must have been around 23, 24, it was filmed here. And I drove a school bus too for the school. And they'd rent the school bus and haul the people out. And so I drove the Indians out, and I was also a cavalryman in that. And I remember one day I was out there and I was just sitting in the cafe, just sitting in the thing that catered Houston's to cater their food and everything. And Sammy Davis Jr. come in and ordered an egg sunny side up. And old Joe asked him, "How do you want that egg?" He said, "Put it on the grill." He put it on the grill, and he said, "Put it on the plate." We're on the grill 2 minutes, and old Joe said, "Okay." He put it on his plate. I had to watch him see if he ate it, so I walked back where they go sit. They had tents for him to go sit. He went back there and sat down, and he had 2 slices of bread. Put that egg on there, by door, he ate it with that. I wasn't that good of a man to eat eggs, but you could talk to them. I mean, they would talk to you, Dean Morton and all of them, and they were friendly and stuff around here.
Now you forgot one thing that Frank Sinatra bought for the school.
What was that?
The scoreboard.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the first electronic scoreboard in Utah.
Wow.
Frank Sinatra bought because they were using their helicopter pad.
Did you have a movie theater here in
No, I didn't see some of them until afterwards, you know, quite yet, and you can still get them now. One of the hardest movies that Walt Disney hadn't got it out on, well, it's got it out on video, but it's not, you got to know just where to get it and what to do. It's One Little Indian. That's a heck of a movie. It's a good movie, but I don't know why they don't put it in the things, but there is a few places you can get it. If you got a good video store to go in, they can get it for you, but it's not out like a lot of the other movies. Yes. Out on the Parry, I was out there when they buried that guy in Quickstone. That took him what I see now, the Clint Eastwood, he's kind of a different individual. Him and the director done a lot of arguing and all on.
Yeah.
Putting things in, and they took him one day to bury that Ryan Footstar out there. They just had a little pool where they.
What about the female actresses? Were any of them?
What?
The female actresses, how did they live being out in the boonies?
Well, they were nice. They were good. A lot of them would go. A lot of them had motorhomes. They'd go set on them. A lot of them had what you called extras.
Oh yeah.
That would do the far off things, and then they would do the close up things, like one of those James Ornez.
Yeah.
You'd hardly ever see him. If it was riding his horse out there, he had extras. He would come. He had a motorhome, and he would come up and I remember one show when he got mad at the whole movie whole thing. He just quit and went back, and he had one of those favorite jets that they wanted to kill. He had his own motorhome that he would ride that he would ride. And he comes, he went got entries up Orange Canyon. He had him fly right over just as low as he could. You know, big old noise. So, they were, you know.
So you talk about the lady actresses. I had the luxury, I guess, of living across the street from a lady named Jackie Drive, and she was the extra for this book. She was originally from here. She played in a lot of other movies as extras and stuff. My favorite story of Jackie, though, was because I think every one of them 100 times. But my favorite story is one day she was working on a set, and she was bent over, and some guy come up behind her and swatted her on the butt. And she turned, and you have to know Jackie, but she turned around and she punched him right in the mouth. Knocked him down. Well, then she realized who it was, and it was John Wayne.
Oh, he still deserved it.
She said he treated her very good after that. Never another issue.
And that was Gunsmoke?
That was not Gunsmoke. That was on a different show.
So she didn't get a lawyer, no.
No.
And I'm sure that all sounds interesting, especially being in your teenage years. That must have been wonderful.
Well, it was a good, you know, job in the summertime. And
Yeah,
it
fantastic.
wasn't bad.
That was a great job.
Did you meet Ronald Reagan by any chance?
No, I didn't meet Ronald Reagan. I don't know when he was here. I know he was here, and the $6 Million Man. They filmed a lot of things here.
Oh yeah.
That was one thing up in the old hospital and up Kanab Canyon. I can remember when that when did a football? It was some type of a thing where they put a guy in where you see him go up over the top. Yeah, the football game. And it was filmed up there in Kanab Canyon. There's a meadow up there. And how they done it was they took and they dug a hole into one of the little round trampolines, and the guy come running up there and jumped on that trampoline. and you could see him flying a little bit through the air. And when you seen the movie, man, he really is late. So they can turn their cameras up and down, and you know. And it's kind of interesting to watch them how they set up scenes and how they set things up. And
That was a wonderful time for you. It really
Yeah.
was.
that time when they filmed that $6 Million Man, I was in law enforcement. I was chief of police here in Kanab. And so I just was on security up there.
So that's Lee Majors, right?
Yeah, Lee Majors, yeah. Now he's doing earphones, earplugs,
Hearing aids. Hearing aids.
Hearing aids. Lee Majors. Yeah.
Bionic hearing aids.
Yeah, bionic hearing aids. Anyway, it's a lot of history here, a lot of things to find. They've got a lot of history in there, and they about the museum down there. There's a lot of things around, so.
What's the
So
most
you lived here all
dangerous
your
thing
life?
you've experienced? Like something really risky or...
Well,
Other than his life of being a cowboy?
I don't know. When I was a kid, we rode. My dad would get horses and we'd break them, and he'd take them and snub them, and I'd get on them and ride them, and we'd just ride until I got tired, and then he'd turn them loose. And I used to like to break horses. And then probably in the movies, what they would do is they'd pay you $100 a day if you wanted to come up in front of the wagons like an Indian fall off your horse if they like to do that. They'd pay you $100 a day to do that.
How many times did you do
I
that?
did too. They had their stuntman. They had stuntmen that would do it, and then they'd advertise anybody that wanted to earn an extra $100 to follow a stuntman, come up and fall off the horse and they'll play dead.
That backfired when they were first doing that. John Ford was filming a movie out east of town in what's called, they call it the Gap. And back then they were doing $50 a day. And they had some Native Americans that were working, and they hired 18 Native Americans to fall off their horses for that $50. Well, they went out that night, went back with all their buddies and friends. So the next morning, John Ford calls action, they come running down, and the first shot goes, and all in his So he had to reset the scene. He had to have a nice little chat with the Indians about how that wasn't going to happen.
The entire town
When the movies were being made, pretty much the town shut down. Everybody went to work for the movies, building sets, being extras, all those kind of things. It was a big industry.
Population of the town, a few hundred people?
I can remember when Kanab was about 800 people. That's when I grew up here, between 800 and 1,000 people. We didn't have a lot of tourism then. It was, you know, there was a few, but it was not. And that probably the biggest thing was here was the Grand Canyon. People come stay here because you couldn't drive out to the Grand Canyon. You had to go down here where they called the Park Service, and they'd take you out on buses. And then they had the UP Laundry down there, and then they would bring all of the linen and all of the stuff in here and laundry it down there and then take it back out.
I was telling them how the Parry brothers had that concession, building the buses.
Yeah.
So you've stayed here all this time?
I've lived here all my life.
Was this originally, the town was founded by LDS? Is that how it was founded?
Very interesting. Great to have those memories. That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing.
Awesome.
And where's your ranch?
Up Johnson Canyon, I assume you're going to go up.
Yeah, I'm taking them up, show them Eagle Arch.
And that's where you got your horses?
And the movie set, probably take them clear up to where Buffalo Bill was filmed. So.
And that's up
just before it turns,
right down the left hand side.
Is this where we tell you how we run our steaks?
Huh?
So yeah, we'll be cool.
So did you want me to
If you want to. It's up to you.
So where are you going to stop at?
Well, first I was thinking I'd take them down there and show them the wagons of California. Once you're right there by the road. We're going to be stopping there on the way out.
Hey, our car can take 2 to 4 more people if we want to cut down on the cars. Yeah?
Okay, well, I just wonder where you can stop at out Johnson.
The first place I'm going to stop
Yes, I love it.
is you where you are.
Yeah, right there by Joe.
Yeah, stop right there.
We're going to take off shortly.
How long is this tour? 2 hours. 2 hours? Okay.
What do you sell your beef to?
The way we do it nowadays is we market them on the internet with superior livestock.
You ever sell to locally?
Oh no, not much. What we do is they come up to the ranch and they video the cattle, and we sit home and watch them on video time.
That's what the story is. It goes through the Johnson family.
How do we know where to drive to?
You will follow us.
We'll follow you.
Yep.
Okay.
I will be in a little blue Jeep truck with a white camper shell. I'm parked right over here. So